Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Thomas and today you join me for the 2024 Toyota Yaris Cross GR Sport. This is the hybrid model and a special thanks to Helensburgh Toyota for loaning me this vehicle. We're in a lovely scenic location down here near just outside Helensburgh in a place called Rue, so stay tuned for this video. On the sill of the car, as you can see, we've got this little black bit of cladding kind of going down, and that just gives it again a little bit of that crossover vibe and feel. And we do have Yaris Cross on the side here, which is a little nice touch. Round the rear, I do like the styling of it. I think it looks pretty much like some of the other Lexus and Toyota products. It kind of jars out, it's a little bit more visually 3D kind of to look at, and this one does have the lights, the indicators pulsating across. We do have a little vortex generator down here that we've seen in other products as well, made by Toyota and Lexus. But all in all, I think the rear end looks quite good. So it has not changed too dramatically over what you've seen in the outgoing model. This is just a facelift. Jump into the rear of the car, and this is the exciting bit. So we do have the nice GR matte in this trim, but what I liked about the Yaris Cross was the low type, because you can see I'm 5'11", you've got a relatively flat floor, you can just go in and put in your items, but you can also lift this up here. So if you wanted to change your load floor, you have that capability as well. So it is quite a functional boot. If you want it flat in this level, you can, and you can change it to whatever your requirements may be. Maybe you need to lift the floor up and have it a little bit lower if you're carrying plants or something like that. We do have this little net here, which kind of covers your goods that are in the boot. There is pros and cons to this. I would say that one of the main pros of this is you're able to fold this up and store it neatly versus a solid one. And if you've got anything kind of oddly shaped, it's going to push through and give it deform a little bit to the shape of the material underneath, but you're not going to have something rigid and popping up. So there's again two pros to there. We do have a little 12-volt power outlet over here, and the side of the boot is that kind of wash scratch resistant kind of plastic, so it isn't all carpeted on the sides there, which means if you've got something like a dog, you're not going to have to worry about that getting hairs into there. It's going to be nice and easy to wipe down. As you can see as well, probably from here, you're able to see that the boot is able to get a little bit larger by lowering the seats. We do have a 40-20-40 split here, so we can fold that middle one down and have these two larger bits at the side here, just to give you a little bit more room. Go ahead and close the boot. Now we'll have a quick look on the back seat here, so I will do a full review, but here we have the rear seat. As you can see, we do have this kind of suede material here with the red behind it, and we've got the red stitching with the black leather. Isofix points for the child seats are just easy to locate here. Pull the bit of plastic out and slide your child seats into there. We also have these little mat pockets down here at each side behind the driver and passenger for storage. The road floor itself is quite flat as well and wide, so you could get a rear passenger in the middle. As you can see, not the most amount of leg room, but it is a compact SUV, so it's going to be fine for maybe carrying grandkids or something like that. And door material in the back isn't the same as up front, so it is all that kind of washable wipe down plastic. We do have a little bottle holder there, handle, release, and an electric window switch. So we'll go ahead and jump inside the front. We're greeted with GR logos on the steering wheel, on the floor mats, and on the door sill down here. Go ahead and jump inside. Now what you're going to notice is this GR steering wheel. It's probably one of the first things you're going to notice with the red stitching, and it's got this kind of perforated leather look on the side. We do also have this texturized material on the door card, and overall visually the first impressions when you're looking at the car, it is a nice feeling cabin. It doesn't feel like super cheap or anything for one of the lower end Toyota crossover models. It's a nice place to be. Doing I quite like how this is kind of rubberized and you can indent there. This is kind of like a nice finally material up top. And the places you're going to touch, it's quite nice as well. Now this is the 1.5 litre hybrid, the aforementioned, foot in the brake, and we're going to get the new infotainment screen popping up here, similar to what we've seen in the Toyota CHR. So up front we do have this little instrument display that is fully digital, and you can change through power, eco and normal mode. I quite like how the graphic of the car rolls in. It's quite a neat touch. And then on the right hand side we've got your cruise control, left hand side of the steering wheel is your voice and your telephone and radio controls. Physical stops for things like your wipers and your indicators, which you may be taking for granted in 2024. We do have a fast responsive touchscreen. You can cycle fit through things like your sat nav, your phone, your radio, whatever it may be. We do have physical buttons again for things like your climate control, which if you're a fan of that, then you've got this, is going to be the car for you. It's not buried within the touchscreen. And we've got heated seats, you can have high and low, USB-C chargers, 12 volt power outlet, and a wireless phone charger down below. And of course, a glove box, which is softly damped, fairly large, and you've got a bit of storage in there. We do have aforementioned drive modes here, traction control, EV modes. If there's enough battery in the car, maybe you want to go up your driveway or something in electric mode, you can do. Electric park and brake. So this is the hold button here, so we push that in, you're going to get the little green hold up here, and what that means is you're able to approach a set of lights or prevent the car rolling away basically. So that's what that's for. And then underneath here we do have two cup holders, an armrest that is movable, and it has a little bit of storage inside as well. The two seats up front, this is the GR Sport, so we do have slightly sportier bucket style seats, what we call it, with a little bit more aggressive bolstering. We do have again the red stitching going across and that red material behind the suede that we've seen in the rear. We do have big GR logos in the headrests there, which are a nice little nod if you're into the GR brand, because you're going to get that through and through. And overall, I'm pretty impressed with the space of the car as well. We do have reach and rake on the steering wheel, so if you want to pull that up and down, we can do so. I'm 5'11". I've got plenty of headroom, so I've got a good few inches above me, plenty of shoulder room, and the seat is manually adjustable in this variant, so I'm able to push that forward and back. And we also have a little button on the side there for lumbar support, so you do have a little bit of that as well to get yourself comfortable. This car uses a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder hybrid powertrain. That is the only variation of powertrain available here in the UK. Other markets I have heard that there is a non-hybrid variant, but here we have hybrid only. Now there is various power outputs. If you get a lower spec one, such as an Icon, you're going to get about 116 brake horsepower. Here that's CVT up the hill. And then if you're something like the GR Sport or above, we're going to get a power increase to 130 brake horsepower. So that's going to change your 0 to 60 time. 0 to 60 is about 10.5 seconds, or maybe closer to 11 if you're in the lower trim versions. Top speed is about 106 miles per hour. You're buying this Yaris Cross for economy and comfort. So what does it bring? Well, we have a nice, comfortable ride. We've got a little bit higher than the standard Yaris hatchback that I loved when I drove that. So that means getting in and out of the car is a little bit easier, and you're going to be expecting over 50 miles per gallon in real world driving. I have seen that some articles saying high 60s, maybe 67, 68. I'm getting just around 52 miles per gallon. I've had the aircon on, stop start to take photographs and video clips, etc. today. So realistically, on a nice run, you're probably going to get about 57 easily. Again, maybe having slightly smaller wheels might change things, I'm not sure. But I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. Pricing for the Toyota Yaris Cross in the UK, you're looking just over £25,500 for the Icon trim, and you're over £31,000 for the high-spec model like today in the GR Sport trim. Now there is a Premier trim that gives you things like the heads-up display and other goodies. Now that is a little bit more money again. Now the cruise control is adaptive, I've got it set at the moment. You can change that between speed limiter and things on the right hand side of the steering wheel. I am on a very bumpy section of country Scottish road at the moment, so it's just sorry for the vibration there. But the adaptive cruise controls keep me a good distance away from the Renault in front, and it's reading the lines as well, because I have turned on the lane departure warning in this car as well, just to test out all the systems that I have at my fingertips. We do have a customisable gauge cluster in front, so on the left hand side of the steering wheel you've got two big arrow buttons you can hit, and that will cycle through various screens you're able to see. And down behind the gear selector you're able to hit a drive mode button, and that will change the screen again in the middle, so you can go from the power, eco or normal mode. I've been driving pretty much in normal mode today, but you can put it into power if you wanted to get a little bit overtaking, something like that. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching my video on the Toyota Yaris Cross. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Special thanks to Helensburgh Toyota for loaning me this vehicle. Comment below what you thought of this new GR Sport Yaris Cross Hybrid, and stay tuned for the Car to Glasgow full review. As always, thank you for watching. Ciao.